I hope you are all well. Civil War. The Civil War of America was a major conflict that took place from 1861 to 1865 between the northern states, known as the Union, and the southern states, known as the Confederacy. The war was fought over a variety of issues, including states' rights, slavery, and economic and political power. The conflict began in April 1861, when Confederate forces attacked Union-held Fort Sumter in South Carolina. The war saw a series of battles and military engagements, including major battles at Antietam, Gettysburg, and Vicksburg. The Union eventually emerged victorious in 1865, after a long and bloody conflict that resulted in significant loss of life on both sides. The war resulted in the abolition of slavery, and helped to establish the federal government as the primary authority over the states. The Civil War had significant social and cultural impacts on American society, including the abolition of slavery and the rise of a new era of civil rights for African Americans. The war also had significant economic impacts, including the growth of industry in the North and the reconstruction of the Southern economy in the aftermath of the conflict. The legacy of the Civil War continues to shape American society and politics today, with debates over issues such as race, states' rights, and the role of the federal government still playing a significant role in American politics. The Civil War is also remembered as a defining moment in American history, and is commemorated through a variety of memorials and cultural traditions. Industrialization. The industrialization of America refers to the period of rapid economic growth and technological innovation that occurred in the late 19th century and early 20th century, leading to the establishment of a modern industrial economy in the United States. During this period, the United States experienced a significant transformation from a predominantly agricultural and rural economy to a modern industrial economy based on manufacturing and commerce. This transformation was driven by a number of factors, including the development of new technologies and production methods, the expansion of transportation networks such as railroads, and the growth of urbanization. The industrialization of America had a significant impact on American society, including the growth of large corporations and the emergence of a new class of wealthy industrialists such as John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie. It also led to significant social and economic changes, including the growth of cities and the emergence of new labor practices such as the assembly line. The industrialization of America also had significant impacts on American politics, with the emergence of new political movements such as progressivism and the rise of organized labor. It also had significant impacts on the global economy, with the United States emerging as a major economic power. While the industrialization of America brought about many positive changes, it also had significant negative consequences, including the exploitation of workers and the growth of economic inequality. The industrialization of America remains a significant period in American history, and continues to shape American society and politics to this day. World War I and II. World War I and World War II were two major conflicts in which the United States played a significant role. World War I began in 1914 and lasted until 1918. The United States initially remained neutral in the conflict, but eventually entered the war on the side of the Allied powers in 1917. American troops played a significant role in turning the tide of the war, with their involvement leading to the defeat of Germany and the end of the conflict. The war had significant social and economic impacts on American society, including the growth of the military and the emergence of new technologies. World War II began in 1939 and lasted until 1945. The United States initially remained neutral in the conflict, but eventually entered the war after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. American troops played a significant role in the eventual Allied victory, with their involvement leading to the defeat of Germany and Japan. The war had significant social, economic, and political impacts on American society, including the growth of the military-industrial complex and the emergence of the United States as a global superpower. Both World War I and World War II had significant impacts on American society and politics, including the growth of government power and the establishment of new international organizations such as the United Nations. The wars also had significant impacts on global politics and international relations, shaping the course of history in the 20th century and beyond. Post-war era. The post-war era of America, also known as the Cold War era, refers to the period of American history that followed the end of World War II in 1945 and lasted until the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. During this period, the United States emerged as a global superpower and played a leading role in shaping the post-war international order. The United States was involved in a number of major global conflicts, including the Korean War and the Vietnam War, and played a significant role in containing the spread of communism around the world. The post-war era was also marked by significant social and cultural changes in American society, including the civil rights movement and the emergence of the counterculture in the 1960s. The post-war era was also characterized by significant economic growth and prosperity, with the United States becoming one of the wealthiest and most powerful countries in the world. However, the post-war era was also marked by significant challenges and crises, including the Cuban Missile Crisis, the oil embargo of the 1970s, and the Watergate scandal. The era was also marked by significant political and social polarization, with debates over issues such as civil rights, the Vietnam War, and the role of government leading to significant political division and unrest. The legacy of the post-war era continues to shape American society and politics today, with debates over issues such as foreign policy, economic inequality, and civil rights continuing to shape the course of American history. Recent history. Recent history of America covers the period from the end of the Cold War to the present day. During this period, the United States has been involved in a number of major global events and conflicts, including the Gulf War, the war in Afghanistan, and the war in Iraq. The attacks of September 11, 2001, had a significant impact on American foreign policy, leading to the launch of the War on Terror and increased focus on homeland security. The period has also been marked by significant political and social changes, including the election of the first African-American president, Barack Obama, in 2008, and the rise of social media and digital technology. The Great Recession of 2008-2009 had a significant impact on the American economy and led to significant political debates over issues such as healthcare and economic inequality. In recent years, the United States has experienced significant political polarization, with debates over issues such as immigration, gun control, and climate change leading to significant division and unrest. The election of Donald Trump in 2016 and his subsequent impeachment and re-election campaign have highlighted the deep political divisions within American society. In addition, recent years have seen significant social and cultural changes in American society, including the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matter movement, which have led to increased focus on issues of social justice and equality. Overall, the recent history of America has been marked by significant global events and social and cultural changes, shaping the course of American society and politics in the 21st century. Hope the video was informative.